Welcome to Malvern Books. This is a very special evening. We're here to celebrate the launch of the new chapbook from Host Publications by Julie Howard, who won the Host Publications Chapbook Prize, the third iteration of such, and the book is called Threshold. Brilliant, brilliant book. I really encourage anybody to read it. It's a beautiful book. So tonight we're going to celebrate Julie, and Julie has invited Lee Pate to read with her. And so we're going to start with Lee Pate received her MFA in poetry from the New Writers Project. She lives in Austin with her family, which recently gained a new person who I'm sure everybody has met. It's so great to have you read here again.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thanks, Joe. Thank you, guys. Julie, thanks for asking me. This is super special. Julie and I did our MFA together at New Writers Project, so it's really cool to be here for your lovely book, which I can't wait to read and hear from. I'm going to read 4 poems for you guys tonight. The first one's called A Woman Wakes Up on the Other Side of the Horizon. A woman wakes up on the other side of the horizon, but not the good side. Not the one you hope the heroine will see after her trek through the wilderness and the desert plains and the dark mountains. A woman wakes up on the other side of the horizon and sees the underbelly of the earth, like the view of the mountain from the bottom of the stream. A woman wakes up on the other side of the horizon, her head at the bottom of the stream, and above the cool water, a pile of bills pretends to be a mountain. And like the tentacles of a jellyfish, the woman's hair pretends to have life. A woman wakes up on the bad side of the horizon and kills the wildebeest. She can see it from the belly now. A woman wakes up in the belly of a woman and can't get out. A woman wakes up on the other side of the horizon and can't find her body. But what is the use of a body when there is no horizon? A woman wakes up and the horizon has changed. A woman wakes up and the horizon is broken. No, the woman is broken. A broken woman wakes up, the sun at her feet, the horizon nowhere in sight. The nerves of the sun tangle in the woman's fingers and give her face a weird light. Now a broken woman is awake and the horizon is a lie. A woman wakes up on the other side of the horizon and death is there tapping her foot. But what is the use of death to a broken woman? The woman thinks, the horizon, ha, what a stupid prospect. A woman wakes up on the other side of the horizon and cries to go back, but like a pile of cracked cement, the horizon pretends to be granite. Like the dream of a woman's body levitating above the cool water, the horizon retains its balance. A woman wakes up and her body is the horizon. A woman wakes up and horizon is a mountain. A woman pretends to be a mountain and never wakes up. The next poem is called Child's Pose. At the quiet time in the morning, when I still feel the residue of sleep, I bend my knees and press my forehead to the floorboards, my arms out in front of me, palms face down on the dusty floor, and I wish I still believed in cleanliness or the idea of the virgin birth. How I reach my arms forward like a child for the arms of her mother. How I still think I could be born of a woman, skin unbroken, like a fresh tomato, her red lips on the cement statue in the garden calling. The next 2 poems that I'm going to read, which are my last 2 tonight, I wrote when I was thinking about getting pregnant and then trying to get pregnant, even though they're about birth, so that's kind of weird because now I'm on the other side. But they're very interesting for me now to return to because I wrote them when I was planning for this big life event that I had no idea what it was going to be like, and it was really crazy. But that's the story of these poems, I guess, was like, where's my baby? You're doing great. I looked up at Taylor, I was like, oh. The baby went to look at some poetry. Good. The first poem's called More Fashioned BFF Dreamscape. I meet a girl, she is forever 21 like me. She has some new kind of blue bonnet in her eye. Her hands are smooth like raw loaves of dough. Her corpse, the freshest apples and the freshest grapefruit. The bows in her hair leap like tiny deer separated at birth from their tiny deer mother. The girl's head is full, but her room is empty. She buys 2 picture frames a month. One day we get together to go shopping. She buys a lavender candle, I a box of chocolates, and lying on the floor, we rub our arms and legs across the carpet. We miss everything we have ever planned, lighting and blowing out and lighting the lavender candle, even in resistance to our own wishes. We are girls that need a mother, even though we've been giving birth all our lives. We decide this time together would best be told through tattoos. We tattoo value on our shoulders. We tattoo quantity on our forearms. We tattoo hope less across each other's lower back. We brand our asses great asses. We snap selfies. Things get bloody after that. Eventually, research leads us to self-harm virtually. We realize internet research is a slippery slope, but we're so far past giving a fuck. We thrash in the URL, violet and maroon in tone. We let all virtual inquiries go unanswered. We are children, so eventually we tire of technology. We take the candle wax to our arms and legs, smear chocolate across our cheeks and around our eyes. The girl wears her favorite chiffon, I a loose black cape, when we agree that the time has been, at best, tea-like, but every engagement has to end. Anyway, didn't you read? We're at war. We war fashion. We self-embalm. We've been touching ourselves from the grave for hundreds of years. My last poem's called The Most Beautiful Thing About Depression is that it has more shades to it than happiness. Thank you, Julie, again, for asking me to read. Thank you guys for being here. The most beautiful thing about depression is that it has more shades to it than happiness. A meme tells me that based on my astrological sign, 3 ice cubes melt where my heart should be. Sometimes I think I have a crush on everybody, but not most of the time. I want to put on makeup and go out and walk in the sun, but instead I sit on the couch and look at Facebook. I communicate with the women I trust most via messages or texts or some belief in shared energy. I receive a targeted ad recommending Bumble BFF, a site for women who need to meet their best friend, and I think, that sounds nice. I walk across the Interstate Service Road Bridge and think grandiose thoughts, while inside I feel emptiness and bad heat. The moon hangs low and looks at me like broken mother carnations puked from my mouth while my fingers stroke my iPhone screen. I think, I don't have any friends IRL, but I could convince myself to quit caring. It's amazing how on the day someone you love dies, using the word dead metaphorically feels inappropriate, like that brunch shift was so long, I'm dead. I just want to go home and look at the internet. The night holds me like a drink of whiskey holds itself in my belly, and I wonder, if I get on Bumble BFF, will all the other girls be as lonely as me? The most beautiful thing about depression is that it has more shades to it than happiness. Reading my online horoscope, I wish I could replace anxiety with something more productive, like trying even a little. Internet alarmism always gets me spinning. Even a little fertility app panics what it means to be a female artist, absurdist, actor, archivist, alchemist, alcoholic. The most beautiful thing, my face, a dish rag, staring at the man at the counter in an assault rifle t-shirt. If I remember right, I've got a pack of stories, I swallow them daily. My landlord stands in front of me lamenting property tax increases, but I'm too busy examining my internal despair. The body, post-mortem, post-political autopsy, can it still be held lovingly? In the end, we decided it was not the answer, even though it was the most sound and reasonable thing we can think of, to be able to stretch time, to yell encore and see the performance again. Here I am, lover. Here I am, happy niece on the phone. Here I am, unresolved billing issue. Here I am, mother. Here I am, computer. Here I am, sidewalk. Here I am, depression, miserable old friend. How, like birth, I pull and pull my head out of you.